I will put you in front of my melody, because you are all that matters. I will make room for two, for just you and I, Jesus, because you are all that matters. The emphasis I'm bringing out is you are all that matters. You see, David said something in Psalm 73 verse 25. He says, "Whom have I in the heaven but thee? And there is none upon earth that I desire beside thee." David was saying, there is nobody I want on the face of the earth beside you. David was saying, I crave for you with all of my heart than every other thing that there would ever be on the face of the earth. He says, "Whom have I in the heaven but thee? And there is none upon earth that I desire beside thee." Beloved, who matters most in your life? Like that songwriter says, I will put you in front of my melody, because you are all that matters. Because you are all that matters. He says, I will make room for two, for you and I, Jesus, because you are all that matters. You are all that matters. He was saying everything in my life that I would ever desire, everything that will fill the paramount desire I will have is you. Every day of my life, I desire you more and more and more. And then David was speaking clearly and he was saying, God alone is his utmost desire. He was saying God alone is the most would ever want. Beloved, who do you desire the most? Beloved, who is the one that is coming to take the first place of your life? When you wake up in the morning, who do you desire to see? Who is the first person that you always desire will come to your heart? Who is that person that you always want to behold every day? You see, David said in Psalm 139 verse 18, he says, I couldn't even begin to count them any more than I could count the sand of the sea. Oh, let me arise in the morning and live always with you. David wanted to wake up every day and have God. The best and the most desire he had in his life is to be with God. You see, there was a reform during the time of the reign of King Asa, and this saw the people rejoicing as they swore an oath with all of their heart and sought God with all of their whole life and with all of their whole desire. In 2 Chronicles chapter 15 from verse 14 to 15. And all this happened by an encounter King Asa had. The Spirit of the Lord came upon Azariah, and the message God had for Asa was to tell him that the Lord is with you while ye be with him. And if ye seek him, he will be found of you. And if ye forsake him, he will forsake you. I want you to pay attention to that part. If ye seek him, he will be found by you. You see, that brought a reformation, a spiritual reformation, that the old people will come to say with all of their heart, they have taken an oath to seek the Lord with all their desire. And this is what we must have, to seek the Lord with all of our desire, to seek the Lord with everything that is in us, to seek the Lord with everything that we can ever be, to desire him every moment in time of our life. It is one thing to indeed make an oath unto God, and another thing to do all that is in your heart to accomplish it. It is one thing to make an oath unto God, and another thing to do that with all of your heart as well. So making an oath is one, and doing it with all of your heart, and doing everything with all of your heart to see that it is achieved and to be kept is very, very important. What God really wants of us is that we should seek him with our whole desire, with the whole of our heart, not only with some of our heart, but seeking Him beyond anyone else, seeking to be with Him beyond anyone on the face of the earth, seeking to have Him beyond everything we can ever desire in our life. Because when the desire of our life is laced with other options to decide, it will always result to an unfortunate end. It will always result to us having not full satisfaction. It will always result to us not being satisfied by what God will bring. But when you have told yourself, God, you are all that I want, you are all that I need, and whatever comes from you, I am satisfied. I have no options to you. I have no other options beside you. You will see that everything that comes from God suddenly will be satisfying, suddenly will be a desire, suddenly will be satisfaction for you. And this is very important that we should have. King Asa, whose encounter with God brought many to God. I mean, a man whose revival with God, his personal revelation that God would bring to him, will see a nation, we see Judah revived, and will find that the place was not having rest with God, and the people were seeking the Lord. Beloved, that can also be your portion. That can also be your experience. You can desire God to the point that people around you will make an hold to desire God. You can desire God to the point people around you will see the seriousness in your pursuit and begin to desire God even more than you do. You can desire God to the extent people around you will be encouraged. People around you will say, God is all that I want, because there is something they could draw from your life. When King Asa had his encounter, he didn't realize it would bring a total spiritual reform to the entire Judah. And I want you to know as well that there is a craving for God that you can have today that would change the entirety of your family. I mean, you could say that your children doesn't want to serve God, your husband is being far from God, or you could say your spouse, your wife is not wanting to give her best to God, or your children doesn't want to give God, or you can say as a child, your parents seem uninterested with the things of God. I can guarantee you, when you start desiring the things of God more, when you start giving yourself more, when you say He is all that matters to your life and you really mean it, and when you live that life very truthfully, you will discover it will start impacting people's life around you. And before you know it, the same people who were so far away from God, like the people of Judah at the time, will start making an oath that the whole of their desire will be to seek the Lord. And that can also be your portion. David, Job, all of these people had their testimonies. Joshua had his testimony in Joshua 24:15 when he said, seek ye this day whom you will serve. But as for me and my house, we will serve the Lord. And you will discover that will impact the people, and they would also seek to serve the Lord. They would also make a choice to be with the Lord. This can also be your very example. And I want you to be rest assured that if your desire for God start to increase today, it will positively affect the people around you, to the point that their testimony will be, my soul wait thou only upon God, for my expectation is for Him only, for my expectation is for Him always, for my expectation is for Him at every point in time of my life. You find this in Psalm 62 verse 5. So come to that point of doing everything that God gets the best of you constantly, and everything around Him is at rest with you, and stop moving back and forth, and you will see that He will be your rock, He will be your salvation, He will be your defense, and He will be your all, because your soul have desired to wait on Him, your soul have desired to stay with Him, your soul have desired to have the best of Him. I pray that this will instruct you, and this will cause you to make a decision that God is all that will forever matter in your life. In the mighty name of Jesus, that God will be made your only portion, that God will be made your very best, so that you will not lose out on your portion with Him. In the mighty name of Jesus, make God your whole and entire portion today, and keep your space with Him forever, till the end of your walk in this life, and forever in eternity, in the mighty name of Jesus. Beloved, God bless you. It is well with you, and shalom.